Hello and welcome to the United Stand. If you've been watching live, apologies. Gremlins in the system for their third night running and looks like potentially we are up and running, which is all that matters. I hope you've had a good day. Monday out the way, one down gone. Match tomorrow against Hull. We'll be touching on that. It is a Skype Goldbridge though, so I will be taking some of your calls. I want you to talk to me. Is Rooney a legend? That is causing a lot of debate at the moment. I'll give you my thoughts. Memphis, should he stay or should he go? Again, I'll give you my thoughts. And Mourinho's League Cup obsession. Is it a bit odd? And I'll say this with a bit of context. In 2005 or 6, I think it was, Sir Alex Ferguson was under a lot of pressure. It was a transitional team, young Ronaldo, young Rooney, and we weren't doing that well. We won a League Cup this year. Fans were saying Sir Alex out. He wasn't a Sir then. And it was... he might have been a Sir then. I've forgotten when he was actually a Sir. That just pops into my head. But a League Cup for me, I'm not a massive fan of the League Cup. If we win the League Cup, great, but it cannot be the be-all and end-all. But Mourinho is obsessed with it. He's won 3 at Chelsea. He wants to win a trophy in his first season. The League Cup, we're so far into it now, I'd like us to win it. But realistically, I'd rather beat Liverpool than draw against Liverpool on Sunday. I'd rather beat Liverpool than win the League Cup. I think it's more important to get top 4 and it's more important to beat Liverpool. But also, talking about Liverpool, nice of FIFA. I don't know whether anyone's seen that today. The FIFA 11 came out. It's basically head up the arse of La Liga. Manuel Neuer is the goalkeeper over De Gea, which is just bloody ridiculous. You could put a dustbin in goal for Bayern Munich and they'd win every week in that pub league. And yet Neuer is considered to be the best goalkeeper in the world. And he actually plays in 2 of the best teams in the world. Not because he's a good best goalkeeper. I could play in goal for Bayern Munich and get goalie of the year. But it's a bit like when you're at school and the kid that nobody likes, they make him milk monitor to make him feel important. They've created an award this year, FIFA, and they've called it the Fan Award that they jointly gave to Dortmund and Liverpool. And it's a bit like giving an award to the milk monitor that nobody likes because they're never going to win anything. So you give them that award. I mean, at the end of the day, Fan Award just because they did You'll Never Walk Alone and came together. I mean, Iceland were the best fans last year, weren't they, in the Euros? So ridiculous, but there you go. But let's have a look what everybody's on about. Hey Mark, Rooney is definitely a legend, but he'll be appreciated more after he retires, said Williams. I just very quickly want to touch on something because it is... We should have done a Hull Man United v Hull preview tonight, but I wanted to do Skype Goldbridge because with that I want to get that back in on a Monday night at 8:30. But I just want to say about the Hull game, Mourinho saying that he's going to put out a strong team. Again, I'm not too sure about why we're doing that in the League Cup, to be honest. I would much rather we played Rashford up front again, gave Fosu Mensah a run out. Hull over 2 legs, we should be winning that. But the flip side to that coin is that Mourinho gets on quite well with the Hull manager. He's clearly not going to use Fosu Mensah and Twansibi this year, so why not loan them out to Hull? They'll get Premier League experience. I think it'd be a fantastic thing to do. You're quite right, I haven't even opened up the live comments box. Everything going wrong tonight, but, well, no, not really. But the live comments is up there for you, that's great. The team I expect him to play tomorrow, I think Zlatan will play up front, Valencia at right back. I think it'll be Jones and Smalling centre backs. I think Darmian will play at left back because he was rested for some reason at the weekend. De Gea in goal, obviously. I think the midfield of 3 will probably be Herrera, Pogba, Mata. I think he'll rest Carrick. I think on the right we'll see Lingard again because he was rested. Hopefully Martial on the left and Zlatan up front. So a strong team, that's what he's going to do. But without further ado, there's a few things I want to talk about. Like I said, Rooney legend status, Memphis should he stay or go? We've got Wigan in the FA Cup. I think, you know what, I sort of wanted Chelsea away or Liverpool or Arsenal away because I don't fear anybody. I think this is a real tip your cap to Jose Mourinho as well. The fact that I don't fear anybody. And we've not had that for a long time where, maybe last year we were like, oh yeah, another home draw against somebody crap. Whereas this year I was like, sod it, let's go to Arsenal, let's go and play them. I'm not fussed about whoever we play. I'm really, really excited by Manchester United. I think we can beat anybody on our day. That's not to say we're going to beat everybody, but I'm totally confident. And I've not really had that for a long, long time since the days of Sir Alex. So we'll see what you can have of that. Rooney will score in the Liverpool match, says T-Dog Man. I wouldn't even play Rooney in the Liverpool match if I'm totally honest. But that's only because I think we've got a better team without him. Nothing to do with Rooney hate or anything like that. Matthew McConnell says, trophies is what we want. Don't worry about Sunday. We will stuff them Scouse scum. The confidence is back now, says Kev McGee. Lone Memphis, says Jose205. At least we get to go round 5 easy, says Beck Howell. Yes, the Wigan, I'd much rather win the FA Cup than the League Cup, that's for sure. Can't wait for Liverpool, says Samuel R. Yes, neither can I. And actually, I'm sure this is worth a like on your video. It looks like we'll probably have Stan Collymore on for a preview later on in the week. I'm going on something in America later on tonight on Stan Collymore's call on in America. And to return the favour, I think he's going to come on and do a preview for us on either Wednesday or Thursday night at 8:30, which would be fantastic. So drop us a like. Get Skyping now. It's Skype Goldbridge. Want to hear what you've all got to say. And should have Brooke on first of all. Can we hear you, Brooke?
Yeah, I can hear you, Mark.
How you doing, pal?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very good, thanks. What was it you wanted to talk about?
Well, I wanted to talk about the things you said about who's better than Messi and Ronaldo. First of all, in my opinion, Ronaldo is a very good player. Is probably one of the best players I've ever seen. But no one in world football has ever been better than Messi, because what he does technically and what he does, the things he do alone are just unimaginable. From my point of view, it is. And the other thing I wanted to talk about was our game tomorrow. I don't know why Mourinho wants to play the strongest team he has right now, because it is, after all, it is just a League Cup. It's just the League Cup against Hull City, the shittiest team in the Premier League, and we can play Schweinsteiger, Fosu Mensah, and I don't know. It's just I don't know what he has, or I don't know what his views are. But I would like to see a younger team, a team with players that did not get more chances. For example, Memphis. If he's not gonna leave, then let him play. He's getting the fucking money after all, huh? And yeah, this was what I wanted to talk about, and I don't really see Rooney as a legend of Man United. I don't even see Ronaldo as a legend of United, because he left after 4 or 5 years, and what has he done for United? I don't see anything that he has ever done for this club, and I've seen this on the other channels too, because there must be just maximum 5 legends in one club's history. We have Bobby Charlton, Giggs, Scholes, Ferguson, and Cantona, maybe. For me, personally. I don't even see Roy Keane, Solskjaer as legends. It's my view. Because
I'm respecting it, Brooke. I'm struggling, but I am respecting it because I will respect any opinion who comes on Skype Goldbridge. I'm not going to bury somebody whether they support any other club or not. But I mean, Venky just said Ronaldo not a legend. Mark, disconnect this call. I actually don't disagree with you about the Ronaldo thing. I think Ronaldo's a legend, but I know that that's a fine line.
Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Ronaldo is a Real Madrid legend. He's a football legend, but he's not a Manchester United legend.
Yeah, I mean, I would disagree because I just think we were a one man team when we had him playing. But I'm not going to, that is your opinion on that, Brooke. I'm not going to dwell on loads of calls tonight because I started late and I want to get through as many as I can. But good points. Where are you calling from?
I'm originally from Ethiopia, but I'm calling from Germany.
Germany. Well, a fantastic first call, Brooke. Please do phone in again and interesting points.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. I am going to literally whiz through them tonight because I did start late and I want to get through as many as possible. But the comments board is facing palm. This guy smoking, said Seb Williams. Who put the ball in the German net? Look at Mark. Hilarious, says George Kyle. Mark interviewing Arsene. He did. I think the points were valid. Certainly about Memphis. I'm not going to disagree with that. Let's try and get Jay on. See what he wants to say. Jay, can you hear me?
Hello, mate.
Right.
Yeah, you, thanks. So, that fan on before, is he a Liverpool fan or is he drunk or is he both?
I think he's a United fan with an opinion, which we've got to respect, but I'm sure yours is going to be different so far away.
I know, sorry, yeah. Ronaldo is definitely a legend. I So, but I want to talk about I don't want to go into that. I want to talk about the match we got coming against Hull.
Okay.
But
Yeah, great.
I do think we should give Transibi a chance, because I know we won't play him because he never plays youth, but I still think Fosu Mensah and Transibi have got to have a chance, or send them out on loan because they're playing ever so well. You know what I mean? They're doing ever so well, and we've been brought up from youth, and they should, you know what I mean? They should be playing. It's frustrating sometimes because obviously you want to see them play because you want to see them develop. It's like Rashford. As soon as you've seen him play, he played absolute magnificent last season. He scored he just kept scoring. He done really, really well. And to see him not play these players that should be playing, it's disgusting, really. But I just want to see your thoughts on it.
I do agree with you, because I must admit, we'll do the watch along tomorrow. I look forward to it, and we'll talk about transfers in the hour before when the team news is there. But I'm not excited by Jose Mourinho saying to me in the first leg at home to Hull, who I agree with the last caller in saying that they are the worst team in the Premier League. I'm not excited about us putting our first team out in the first leg of a League Cup semi-final against Hull. I'm not excited about that.
That's absolutely right.
I'm not excited.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. Yeah. That's absolutely right. You shouldn't be doing that. They should be saving players. You should be saving Ibrahimovic, right? They should be saying to him now, go, right, listen, we need to save you because we need you on the weekend for Liverpool. Right, Carrick, we need you for Liverpool. Pogba, we need you for Liverpool. Play these players. Play the youth. Because if you had a look, when he went to Chelsea, sorry, I know you want to get through these quick, but he went to Chelsea and he got players like, he got Fabregas in straight away, he got Matic, he even got Drogba in for a season, he got Costa, he took Mata out and got Willian in. You can't keep doing this, you can't keep, I know you can see it, he's narrow-minded, but the narrow-minded and stubborn managers are normally the best ones, so you got to respect him because he's been winning games. But once you see it, doing it and that, and he's got to respect you know what I mean, United fans and what United have been brought throughout. It's just, you know what I mean? Sometimes it just frustrates you sometimes.
I do agree with it, but I think the title of the show, I've been thinking about it today when I was at work, it is a League Cup obsession. We don't really relate to it because I personally can't be bothered with the League Cup. It's the least of my priorities. We've got so far in it now, though, I think we should win it. But he wants to win a trophy in his first year, and he's taken this League Cup seriously. I remember every round, pretty much, we've been going, surely he's going to play Fosu Mensah, surely he'll let Twansibi play. And he doesn't. He picks his first team. But, I mean, even I'd love to see Twansibi, Fosu Mensah, or Rashford up front tomorrow.
Definitely.
But even if they're not, I'd like to see Schweinsteiger play. Or if Memphis...
That's exactly,
If Memphis is going to stay, and I hope someone will call in and speak about that, if he is going to stay, I'd like to see Memphis play tomorrow because it's something different to excite us rather than watching our first team, which we are mentally preparing for to beat Liverpool. I don't need them to come on and beat Hull 4-0 tomorrow because I think our squad can beat Hull 3 or 4-0 tomorrow. But
yeah, definitely.
I've got to get through, Jay. It's a very good call. I'm going to take a rough guess where you're from. Nottingham or somewhere close?
I'm from Leicester, mate.
Yeah, not far away then. I can tell. But
brilliant.
Thanks for calling in, pal. Good points.
Yeah. Thanks for having me on. See you later, pal.
No
Cheers.
worries. Bye-bye. Wasn't far off, was I? Nottingham, Leicester. Can sort of get hold of it. But good points. I mean, it's a cup, for Christ's sake, says John Coxey 2112. We want the trophy. I think he's taking it serious, as Anthony. I know a lot of you are happy with him taking it seriously. I'm just not. I think we've got a bigger squad and we could use it and he should trust it. And I wasn't particularly happy against Reading that we used Schweinsteiger and Fosu Mensah as token last 10-minute subs. If you watch the watch-along, I was getting quite frustrated from about 65 minutes on because I think any sub that comes on with the last 10 minutes, unless you're chasing a game, it's just it's just lip service, really. They're not there to have any influence on the game. So yeah, but what I want, I'm whizzing through these calls because I know we were a bit late. I want people to come on and tell me what they think about Wayne Rooney. Is he a legend? I want you to come on and tell me what you think about this League Cup. Is it important? And I want you to come on and tell me what you think about Memphis. Get on, give your opinion, be strong about it, and grab the opportunity because I want some strong opinions on this. I've just clicked this one totally by accident. I know who it is. Paul. Hello, Paul.
Hello, mate. Do you want me to call back?
No. I clicked it, so go for it, mate.
Cool. Yeah, I just noticed you were doing a Wayne Rooney as your legend, Memphis, and what was the last one you were doing? The EFL Cup, is it worth it?
Yeah. So go on,
I
want to get into the Rooney one. Is Wayne Rooney a legend? I know loads of people are doing this. I'm not. We don't normally do this. We're first never follows, but we were probably a little bit late on this, although we've touched on it. But it is a big thing. What's your opinions on it, Paul?
Well, in short, yes, of course he is. No doubt about it. Yeah, okay. So last few seasons, he's been on a decline, which we can all see that. When you consider what he's done over the years, the personal awards that he's won whilst he's been at the club, what he's helped us to achieve over the years. And yeah, there was that little thing toward the end of Alex Ferguson's reign, that contract talk where he questioned the club's ambition. And you can sort of understand that, because if you think about it, a season or two later, here we are, or there we were, shall I say, trying to rebuild a new team. So he had a point there, that a squad that was, aging. There were players in the team that were not that great, but Ferguson could get the best out of him. So you could see where he's coming from then. But that aside, if you consider everything that he's done, you can't not say he's a United legend. So for me, he is a United legend.
I'm just going to
say, is he the best of the legends?
Yeah.
Maybe not, but he is a legend.
I'll tell you what, I think to you he's a legend, and I think to a lot of our fans he's a legend. But I'll tell you what, I'll stand by this if I'm still here in 10 years. He won't be a legend for Manchester United in the sense of Sir Bobby Charlton, of Law, and I think that's what you're getting at, Paul. He's not gonna have that legacy. I understand why people say he's a legend, and I think people get too het up about it. We all support Manchester United at the end of the day, and I don't think there's many Manchester United fans who aren't happy for what he achieved on Saturday. But is he a legend like Paul Scholes? Is he a legend like Bobby Charlton, Best, people like that? No, he's not. He's not, and there's many reasons for that. And some of them are unfair, and some of them are just a basic, obvious things.
Another thing you've got to think about as well is that different people have different interpretations of what a legend is. It's the same argument is had when you discuss if a player's world class or not.
Yes.
People will have different interpretations of world class. People will have different interpretations of legendary status.
I know some people would have Johnny Evans as a legend, and some people wouldn't have Paul Scholes as a legend. So like you say, there are different levels, and I've met people who are both. The former one, the Johnny Evans one, is thankfully now in special care, but the Paul Scholes one, I don't get that one either. But no, I think it's interesting about Rooney. For me, people often ask me, do I think he's a legend? And I often say no, he isn't, in my opinion. But it is all about opinion, and I never fails to amaze me, Paul, is the hate and anger and aggression that goes with it. And I have actually watched some other channels doing their
that goes with disagreeing, you mean?
Oh yeah. It's just ridiculous. I mean, respect. If you we get on anyway. But if somebody had come on and said Rooney's a legend, I'm not going to sit here and tell you you're wrong. That would be arrogant and disrespectful. But you cannot do that. You can come on. You can have your opinion and say that's your opinion, but don't start telling people they're wrong. Paul thinks he's a legend. A lot of you think he's a legend. A lot of you don't, and you explain it. I personally don't. He's a United great for me, but I've never really warmed to him, as people will probably be very aware of. I just don't. But Ross, who comes on and does the team news, absolutely, thinks he's fantastic. I've just never warmed to him. I just even the little tweet he did yesterday, which I can sort of understand, where he was like, I break a goal record and the Mail talk about my shirt being swapped. I thought, that's a bit needy, Wayne. Just come out and say it's an absolute pleasure to have broken the record for all you United fans. I never feel that from him. It always feels about the Wayne Rooney show rather than, and people have said it today, when he's not fit and that, he's not always at the ground. He's off watching Everton play and stuff like that, which I don't actually know whether that's true, but
no idea.
I wouldn't be surprised if that was true. At the end of the day, we signed him for a lot of money. He's an Everton fan. He'll be an Everton fan when he leaves. And I don't think Manchester United are a massive... Everton come before Manchester United for him. Whereas I think for other legends, it's a bit different. But it's not really...
I'll say something. It's good that members of the United stand actually disagree with each other. Because one thing people used to say is that we all had the same view, and we had like an agenda against this, one agenda against that. But at least we've got people within the stand who disagree with each other.
Exactly.
And can argue about it in great detail behind the scenes.
Yeah. I've got to whiz through as many as I can, Paul, but thanks for calling in.
No worries.
Cheers, pal.
Ta-da, mate.
And you can get Paul on the podcast, which is on the unitedstand.com website. He does that weekly. Fantastic listen if you want to have a sneaky listen when you're at work and stuff. But I must shout out the website anyway. It's doing fantastically well at the moment. We've got some really great writers on there. And, there's more than daily content going up on there. So give the unitedstand.com a visit. Make it part of your day. There's some great content on there. You could spend hours and hours. So please do that. Adrian Smith says, Rooney's not a legend. You can't hold a club to ransom and be a legend. And who cares if he likes Everton, says Mustafa. No, nobody does. I'm just saying, for me, I've just never warmed to him as a legend. I think he could have been far better than he is as well. I think the last 3 years have been pretty inexcusable for when we've been in absolute decline. He should have been grabbing hold of that team. A real captain would have done. But, was it his fault he was given the captaincy? I don't know. But let's try Spencer, because Marcus has just said Spencer just call in, and I've seen a Spencer flash up. Spencer, can you hear me?
Yep, I'm here, Mark. How's it going?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm going good.
Okay, what was it you wanted to say?
Well, honestly, I mean, the biggest thing on my mind right now is I see that you haven't necessarily come out and said that you've seen any articles or anything per se about Jose Mourinho coming out with a lineup for tomorrow, but I've seen an article, and whether it's true or not, it said that Jose Mourinho's come out and said that he's going out with the strongest lineup tomorrow, and that he absolutely wants to win the game tomorrow, and that he wants to put Carrick and Herrera in the middle as a center defensive mid, and then Pogba and Mkhitaryan and Martial, normal lineup. And I think it's absolutely crazy. Why are you gonna play Carrick? And I know others have come on here and said it, but I mean, especially Carrick, you have to stress Carrick and how influential he is to our team right now. And for him to be injured or get injured tomorrow and not have him against Liverpool would just be nonsense. It honestly would be.
No, I agree. I mean, you've just hit the nail on the head that was in my head and probably many heads at home. If Carrick was to get injured tomorrow, or Pogba, or Mkhitaryan, or Zlatan, we would be set in this situation going, why did we play them? But unfortunately, as this title suggests, Mourinho's obsession with the League Cup, I think he'd say, well, I want to win the League Cup. It's not, it was a risk worth taking. And, this is, again, a bit like what Paul was saying there. As fans, we will have different opinions. What I cannot abide, and we got accused today on Twitter of being anti-Mourinho and anti-Zlatan, and I don't know where that's come from, because we're certainly not. I think what we do, and what all fans do really, is you don't sit back, bend over, and take every decision a manager takes where the sun doesn't shine. You don't do that. I back Mourinho, he's the right man, but I'm never going to just sit back and say I agree with that decision, this decision. Who would you be playing tomorrow out of interest? I mean, would you be playing kids, or would you not go that far and you'd be playing people like, Schweinsteigers, maybe give Memphis a run out?
I'm sorry.
Oh, I think we've lost him there. But no, it was a good point. I probably would have finished it anyway because we need to get through as many as well. But Simon Wright, on the point of Rooney, said, his attitude towards fans stinks at times. Graham Glass says, to be a legend, you need to be more than just a great footballer, but your conduct off the pitch should be impeccable. He's an Everton fan, ? Said somebody else. He is. My friend is a Liverpool fan and he said we're going to lose 3-0. George, is Ronaldo a legend for me? No, he dreamed about Madrid, not United. Fair point. Mourinho said that he will play all the players that he rested for FA Cup. Carrick will be rested, that's for sure. And we have 4 days to rest the Liverpool game, so don't freak out. Please, says Macedonian Red Devil. I think there's more than enough time to recover. It's not that. It's more that we don't want to pick up injuries, if you know what I mean. Let's get... I'm just having a quick look, trying to grab a name I've never seen before. And let's get them on. So Skype Goldbridge is the name. Some people were asking. And just trying to get one or two... I mean, the positive about the FA Cup run, just very quickly, is that we got a great chance of winning it now. It's a bye to the 5th round. David, can you hear me? Okay, we're having a few calls break up tonight, which is a little bit of a shame. See if we can get Kian on. Now I clicked it and then didn't get it. Kian, is it Kian? It is Kian. Kian, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Hi, Mark.
Hi, Kian. What was it you wanted to say, pal?
I just want to say about Memphis Depay, I think you're exactly right in what you said about how he was given the number 7 shirt and how he hasn't taken the opportunity, and I just think he should go. To be honest, I think he's a bad seed in the dressing room.
Yeah, interesting. I'm glad somebody's done that unscripted. Not necessarily the opinion, although it's one I share, but more about the fact that Mourinho sort of came out yesterday, I think it was, saying that if he's still here in February, then he'll play him. And then, surprise, surprise, this morning Memphis is tweeting out pictures of him out training with Pogba. I presume your feeling is probably a little bit similar to mine, in the sense that I'm not sure now. I think it's all right. Everyone's saying, "Oh, great, he's going to be given another chance in February." We signed him nearly 2 years ago.
Yeah, and that's what I think. I think he's already been given his fair chance, especially under Van Gaal when he first came to the club. And I just don't think he's taken it. Like, his only good performances, I should have said before, were against FC Midtjylland, who really aren't a good team. Like, he showed promise at PSV with the free kicks as well. Like, you can't just deteriorate that quickly, especially coming to us in those type of skills.
Yeah, we were talking about it last night, wasn't we? The free kick thing just baffles me. You can struggle to adapt to a league that's more competitive than the one you played in, but free kicks are free kicks. Penalties are, I know it doesn't take penalties, but free kicks are free kicks, and they've just been terrible. If he came back into the team in February and he was the Memphis I thought we were going to sign, yeah, of course, I'd welcome him back. But I think as the previous the comment in there that said, it's not all about what you do on the pitch, it's what you do off the pitch as well. And I think that's very, very true. And his attitude, let's not forget, he was smoking that shisha stuff a couple of weeks ago. He drives around in Bentleys. He's wearing the number 7 shirt. You know what? People can call it harsh, and I don't know where you are, Kian, but for me, I think I would say, just go. Let's cut our losses and go. He's got the number 7 shirt, and hopefully we'll be getting Griezmann in the summer. Yeah, hopefully Griezmann does come. I can't see Griezmann not happening, because I just think there's so much evidence to say that he will. Like, he says he wants to play in the Premier League. If Simeone goes, and he said he wants to play alongside Paul Pogba, and I just think just everything points towards Griezmann coming in the summer, so I hope that happens. And I just want to ask you very quickly, because I've just seen a comment here. I'm going to read that one when you've gone. But Beck Howell says, I wanted Bobby to keep the record. Rooney doesn't deserve it. His heart's not in the club. In relation to the first one, would you rather Charlton had it, or are you happy that Rooney's got it?
No, I'd rather that Charlton had it, because I just think the way Rooney treated the club and his performances over the past 3 years don't justify... Well, when he first came to the club, he was unbelievable. Everyone knows that from watching Man United. But I think Bobby Charlton, especially in midfield, and with the tragedy that happened in Munich, it means so much more that the record he had. I know that Rooney's got it. I just don't think it justifies it as much as Bobby Charlton's. That's just my stance on it.
No, it's a good one as well. Thanks, Kian. I'm limiting everyone down to 3 minutes tonight, just so I can get through as many as possible. But
it's fine.
Phoning from the North Ireland, are you?
Yeah, Ireland, yeah.
Okay. Call in again, mate. Very good points. Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks.
Cheers, pal. I'm just going to whiz through a few live comments before. Owen Haskins, I've tried to get you before, and it's a new call as well. So if you try again, I'll get you on. Beck Howell, obviously we've covered that. Spencer Urban phoned in, said he was quite nervous. Can't wait to do call in again, mate. Didn't notice that you were nervous. You did really well. Roy Keane held the club to ransom, and it is a legend. What the fuck, says St. Colombo. No, he didn't hold the club to ransom. He basically said that his contract was coming to an end. They'd not offered him a very good contract, and he was going to listen to other clubs, and he was totally and utterly open and public about it. It ran till Christmas. They offered him a contract that he wanted, and he signed it. It wasn't like Rooney, who basically said, I'm leaving, the club's got no ambition and I'm leaving, and basically reduced Sir Alex Ferguson to an absolute shell of himself on live TV. And then Manchester United basically offered him a massive wage, and he stayed. He held the club to ransom. Roy Keane didn't hold us to ransom at all. Roy Keane doesn't hold anybody to ransom. He was just going to go. Very different. And also, Roy Keane didn't do it twice. And also, Roy Keane is the best captain I've ever seen. And also, Roy Keane, lived, breathed, and died for Manchester United. He was an absolutely superb player. So I don't think there's any comparison there at all. But that's not the reason Rooney's not a legend for me. I know it is for some people, but Rooney's not a legend for me because I just don't think, to be honest. Georgie Devil, we were talking about this the other day. He said, you know what, his goal record is it's more about monotony than actually, scoring loads of goals every season. He's just been picking up a few goals here, a few goals there over a number of years. If Van Nistelrooy had stayed, I know he left under a cloud. But Tommy Taylor, He died in the Munich tragedy. I think he was mid to late 20s at the time. I think 26, 27 rings a bell. But in 166 games, he scored 116 goals. And he scored his England record's even better. Now, if he'd not died in that tragedy, we wouldn't even be talking about Rooney or Charlton, because he'd have had over 300 goals in his career. He was absolutely prolific. It's all if, buts and maybes, but I really hope Rashford comes through and blitzes this record, because I don't really want Rooney to have it, and that's not, that's just my personal view. I still think he's got a future at Manchester United, and he's got a lot to offer, but that's my opinion, and I know everyone else has got a different one, but there we go. Trying to get another call in, but you're all overlapping with each other, and I do like to try and get somebody who's never been on before. You've been on. Let's try this one. Mina, can you hear me?
Yeah, I do. Hello, Mark. How are you?
I'm very good. How are you?
First time on the show. I've been watching lately a lot, and it's beautiful, guys. So, what I want to say, a quick word about Rooney. I think I agree with you. He's a great, but not a legend. Like, I think that's too big of a status for him. And one word about Memphis. That's truly like ambiguous. I can't really say, and no one can really say. I've been even checking his Snapchat and stuff. Like, he's been working hard, I think, to get back to the pitch. But for some reason, it's like his attitude or something. And I know you cut it for 3 minutes. So one other word about Mourinho. I just want to say, so far for the season, I was against Mourinho in the beginning, but so far from what I've seen, it's been truly amazing. Like, how quick we changed. I thought it was going to be like crap football, slow football, but I thought we'd get the results. But we've been getting performances and results. And I think one word about the youth. Like, I think it's a learning experience, so we can't be like greedy. We can't expect in the first season we get results, performances, winning, get the youth. I think it would take time for everything to tick. It's just a matter of time. Rashford got really good chances. He changed the game at West Ham, and even Middlesbrough, when he got all-out attack, he was out. Last game, he's man of the match. Fosu Mensah, he got 10, 15 cameo minutes here and then. So I think it's coming slowly, and for tomorrow, I think winning a cup at this time with this new team, that would give so much confidence for the team. And I think Mourinho obviously made it clear that he's targeting the League Cup. And I think that's the easiest one, because we're already in the semi-final with playing Hull. So I think we can really win it so easy. And once we win it, I think that will give confidence to the young players, and it will give us a really good boost to end the season on a high. So that's it. All right.
No, Mina, you've covered a lot there. I'm going to try and get a couple more on, but where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Egypt, Alexandria.
Oh, brilliant. International call. We get a few of those, but I don't think we've ever had one from Egypt before. Please do call in again. Really good summary of points.
Will do. Thanks, Mark.
Thanks very much. I think we had a bit of problems with lag there, which is a bit of a shame. Live, this is what happens live. We've got the live subscriber count just above my head to the right as well. If you've not subscribed to the channel, please do. It'd be nice to get to 62,300 by the rest of the evening, and also drop a like on the video. It's 2 clicks, it makes a difference. Rooney likes the scum, says Darth Jar Jar. Give me a shout out, please, says Kudze. It took Rooney 5 years to score his last 81 goals, says Wilf. Was a comment in here. It would be a disaster for Carrick, Pogba and Herrera to play tomorrow. I don't agree with it at all, says Kenneth. And Rooney is a legend. People don't like him because he's a Scouser, says Muller91. Maybe some people don't like him for that reason, but I don't think that is the reason. I'm still not a fan of Jose, but I love his attributes and attitude towards the development of the club, says Trinidad Manchester United Unlimited. And Mustafa says, I don't think you're fair, Mark. And Roy Keane did score that meanie important goals for United. You're just a Rooney heater, I believe. Obviously not a great command of English, but I think he's trying to call me a Rooney hater. The man on the comments, you might see him on the live comments, Mad Mark. I've got him with me. Evening, pal. What did you want to talk about?
I just wanted to discuss that number 7 shirt business. I'm baffled that Memphis now could possibly be staying after, the disrespect he's shown the club, the arrogance of him. And I'm really surprised that Jose's saying he's willing to play him in February because of the run of games we've got. And I'm not understanding that at all. He's going back on, he said for 2 months ago that he wanted to go.
You're right, you've hit the nail on the head there. It is really weird that now Mourinho is sort of like backing down, isn't it? It's like, well, it is. It's like we publicly know now that Memphis wanted to leave 2 months ago. Yeah. And now everyone today is like, oh, I want him to stay. The amount of stuff I've seen on Twitter, everyone's going, oh yeah, I want him to stay, can't wait for him to stay. And all in my head is I'm thinking, hold on a minute. Some people don't like Rooney because he has to leave the club. What's different? What's the difference? At least Rooney's actually done something in the United shirt. This is a lad who's been given the number 7 shirt, driven around in a Bentley, had a bit of a smoke, walked around Manchester like a clown, and then never done anything in a United shirt, asks to leave, and then still people are like, yeah, I want him to stay, I want him to stay. I don't understand it myself.
It's baffling. I mean, we got players there now that have got egos. Zlatan being the main one, obviously. Even Ronaldo had the swagger and the ego about him, which I thought was perfect for the number 7 shirt with the history of greats that have worn it. And I'm a little bit disgusted by it, I've got to say, because it's almost as if he's not even working hard to get back in that team. So, yeah. I mean, to me, it's baffling. But also, as well, for the whole game tomorrow, I know we've got Liverpool Sunday, and, the bigger picture is that's the bigger game. But I agree with Jose. I think he should put out a strong squad. I think a trophy is a trophy at the end of the day. In his first season, if he wins 2 trophies and top 4, I mean, that's a fantastic achievement for him for what he's had to take over. If we're in it, I say we go for it and we win it.
Yeah, I'm sure we will win tomorrow. I just think it's a little bit of a shame to play the players that he's going to play, but there you go. I'm getting a load of lag tonight, which is really frustrating, but not a lot you can
Another
do.
thing, Mark, sorry. Another thing, if he plays the youngsters tomorrow, I mean, I saw some of the comments saying play the youth like in the second leg if we give him a good battering tomorrow night. But, I mean, if we play the youth in the first game and we get beat, I mean, what do we do? You can't blame the manager because we're asking him to put the youth in to try them. And of course, if they make a mistake and we get knocked out of the semi-finals, we'll all be thinking, oh, we could have won that. So he's in a no-win situation, to be fair. So I say go for it.
Yeah, I'd have a mix tomorrow, to be honest. I'd play Schweinsteiger. I think he deserves 90 minutes. And I would play Rashford up front again and not play Zlatan. But I'm not massive. We'll see the team news tomorrow. We're live at 7 o'clock. Join us for the watch along. We'll see what the team news is. But if it's our first team, I will be slightly like, well we're going to steamroller these, and maybe that's what he wants to do. He wants to put it to bed. But then he'll play the first team against them next week as well, away when the game's already over. So,
but imagine the confidence if we beat them 5-6-7 going into Liverpool.
I think Liverpool's a one-off, though. I get what you're coming at, but I think Liverpool might be a bit of a one-off, but.
You never know.
We'll see. Well, thanks for calling anyway. Good call.
No worries, pal. All right, I'll see you tomorrow.
Ta-da.
Later.
Thanks to Mad Marcus. It's playing up a bit tonight, and that's. We were lucky to get on air at the end of the day. It's been playing up for about 3 days. YouTube now. They need to sort themselves out because this is a daily content channel, and it needs to do far better than that. I hope you're enjoying every morning at about 6:30, 7 o'clock, or when you get up. I'm doing a 5-minute transfer window update throughout January. That's going quite well, even though people keep commenting every morning about how tired I look. I've literally just got up. That's what most people look like in morning. If you've ever had the misfortune in your younger days of going out to a club and you see somebody, whether male or female for me, we do have female viewers though, and they look like a 9 out of 10, and then you have a few beers and they're the best ever, and then you wake up in the morning and you think, what have I done? Most people don't look great in the morning, just remember that. You're welcome, says Indie Tagger. Memphis is as bad as Fellaini, says Happy Ricks. Pogba will show everyone how bad Henderson is on Sunday. I can't wait for Sunday. I cannot wait. The only bad thing is that once that's over, the weekend's over, isn't it? Because it's right at the end. But yeah, really excited about that. I just want to say thanks to everybody who Skyped in tonight. You were fantastic. We will do... It's my fault we were late, but it's YouTube's fault, really. And we will do more of that. I'll try and fit another one in this week because we could have got more. There was more callers to get on, and there always will be. But all I'd say is keep Skyping in. Tomorrow night we'll be live at 7 o'clock. I think the kickoff's 8 o'clock, so we'll be live at 7 o'clock with the team news. Join in with that. Snowstorms predicted in Manchester this week, says Happy Ricks. Don't let Paul Merson up there. And can you call me, says Uma Nazir. I can't, mate. Lindelof question mark, says Sandeep. Well, Sky Sports have said it's not going to happen, so it must be not going to happen. Although that's a bit like Liverpool saying it's their year. Don't believe what Sky Sports come out. We were signing Gundogan 2 years ago. Is this a short episode, Emmanuel? It is a little bit because I've got to do a phone call for Stan the man in America in a little bit. So I do have to finish at the normal time, even though I started slightly later. Fellaini should be sold ahead of anyone. I hope so. Yes. What about Lindelof? Okay, lots of good comments coming in. Please drop a like on the video just for everybody who's called in. That'd be great. Subscribe to the channel if you are new, and get involved. That just reminds me, actually, for the lucky few people who've stayed on, I've had a couple of people message me today saying that they've been unsubscribed from the channel and other channels twice now in the last month. So just make sure. You might think you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you are subscribed. And when you're checking to make sure you're subscribed, click that bell button next to it because that lets you know when we go live. But genuinely, that happened to me a month ago. I was subscribed from about 3 channels I thought I was subscribed to. But people have contacted me today to say that they were unsubscribed. And I didn't note it down, but it just popped into my head. Lag, I can't do anything about. It's absolutely nothing to do with my connection because I'm looking at it now and I've got all 5 bars and it's fine. So it's nothing to do with my internet connection. I think Skype can cause issues and a lot of people get that. I remember speaking to Tell about that in the past. I'm more or less wrapping up. I'm just going to try something here that went wrong yesterday. So I'm just trying to sort of get it to work on my system. So hang around if you want to. I'm still here. But I'm just trying to try something here. You'll probably see something happen and it will disappear. But if you can still hear me, that's great. If you can't, that's not so great. And let's try that. It doesn't appear to be doing anything here. That's great. It's not working. Oh. Should be back. I was just messing around with something there. Something happened yesterday, and I think I know why it happened. And hopefully, we've sorted that out. I'm just about done. I'll be live tomorrow morning for you with the transfer news latest at 8:30. Not 8:30. I'll be live at 7 o'clock tomorrow night with the team news and all. We're back, yeah. I will be doing an early transfer show tomorrow, yes. And I'll be doing the watch along tomorrow night at 7 o'clock with the team news. And also, like I said, I think we're going to have Stan Collymore later on this week. It'll either be Wednesday night or Thursday night at 8:30. But I'm planning to be live every night this week anyway, so don't worry about that. And that'd be good because Stan Collymore is going to have a Liverpool bias and we will have a United bias, and I think it'd be quite interesting. And I'm not just going to let him have a big old rant at this time like he did last time out of respect, because he's going to go Liverpool and I can't just have that. Thanks everyone for watching, and enjoy the rest of your evening. I'm sorry for the gremlins in the system. It's really busy at the moment. There's a lot going on at the moment. And for those who've remained till the end, what I would say is this: I've said it before. If the way things are going with the channel at the moment, it's taken up a hell of a lot of my time. If you are in a position to support the channel financially, it would be a bonus. Not just for me to get equipment, but also for the writers we've got. There's all sorts going on, and I think we are sort of stepping into that period now where there's a lot of effort going into the channel, and it would be nice to, you know, do a few more things. You don't have to do it, but it'd be great if you could. And if you can, and the United Stand matters to you, then it's always there. It's the second paragraph in the video description. Help the United Stand grow and have your questions and shout outs live on the show. Visit our Patreon page now. A couple of dollars a month, whatever. We need to think of ideas of how we can financially make this channel more viable, because it's taken up so much time now that I would like to get people in. But to get good people in, you've got to pay them. I'm never going to do it full time because I've got a job that pays me okay. I'm not going to tell you what I do, but it pays good money. I wouldn't leave it to do this full time, and I can more or less do this around my job. But for the United Stand to expand, it would be great if we could start paying people to come in and do stuff, because it would take us up to that next level. It is an independent channel. It is run by the fans for the fans, and you know, I've put my own money into it, as have others. If you have spare money to do it and the United Stand matters to you, please visit the Patreon page and contribute to it, because to be honest, it's the most honest and real thing you'll contribute to if you love football, because we're never going to change that. The way I see it is the United Stand is your channel. You're the shareholders of it, and we've tried stuff in the past and it hasn't worked, and we've stopped it. We've tried stuff and it's worked. Like United Ramble was just a joke just before Christmas, walking around with a dog. People like it, and now we do it every Sunday morning, reviewing the papers and talking about it. So, but I'm always open to ideas. We are always open to ideas. So people say, like Seb Williams says, get sponsorship and ads. If there's people out there to sponsor us and you know that, then, you know, get in contact. But Jimu, how do I donate? It's second paragraph of the video description. Just open it up and it's the Patreon link. You know, people saying you should get paid for it. Yeah, maybe. It's not the be all and end all if I don't, but I am aware of what goes on in the YouTube and media world, and I'm aware of the pressures that channels like ours get from people who don't like the amount of people who watch the show and where the channel's going, and they want to sort of get a bit of that pie. You know, apparently we were shit at one time. Everyone said, "Oh, you're a shit channel." You look around now, and everyone does what we do. And you know, we've fallen out with people in the past. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, what we do, it is a lot first never follows. We do things, then people follow it, and that's fine. But it can be a bit soul destroying when you're working your nuts off and you're not able to go up to that next level. And we have got ideas and we have got things we want to do, but if you want to get involved, you can do. If you've got any ideas, we do read all the comments. But thanks everyone for watching. I've gone on a few minutes more than I wanted to there. But yes, the Patreon link is the second link, paragraph in the video description. If you can give, that's great. If some of you are uncomfortable about it, that's what I meant to say. If some of you are uncomfortable about it, right, there's a podcast called I think it's the United Ramble. They do one podcast a week, and they are getting over £3,000 a month in Patreon people who contribute towards that, which I think is fantastic, because a podcast once a week and people believe in it that much that they want to contribute it and help it run. How much content do you get on the United Stand? You get at least 2 uploads a day, and it's every week, and it's interactive, and we get you on. So I sort of wish we had those viewers who want to contribute to us like they do to that, because I think it's fantastic. You know, they can pay their guests, they can get people on. There's all sorts they can do. I don't know why that isn't replicated on YouTube with the United Stand. Maybe it's a different clientele, I don't know, but I think that's fantastic that they get that. So I'm not afraid to ask for it. You know, I'm not afraid to say what I think. If you can contribute and help the United Stand, it will help the United Stand grow. But I thank you very much. Thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the show. Skype Goldbridge is one of my favourite shows. Apologies on behalf of YouTube for the crap lag. But we'll be back tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 o'clock with the team news. And obviously I'll be back in the morning looking blurry-eyed, but with accurate Manchester United transfer news. Thanks everyone for watching. You're all fantastic. And especially for those who've hung on towards the end. And I'll see you tomorrow. Good night.